So this is my current collection of lipsticks, lip glosses, lip lacquers, just all of my general lip products. I've got to the point where I don't wear all of them anymore. A lot of them are probably really out of date and I generally just need a good clear out. So I thought that I would film my lipstick like declutter. I've never done one of these before, but I've seen so many of them online and I kind of wanted to just join in. I have a feeling that I'm going to find some products that I forgot existed and that I forgot that I even had in my collection. So I'm just going to sort them out into like the different categories and then I'm going to go from there. So I've actually sorted this out pretty quickly. It probably doesn't look like it's in any particular order, but it is to me. So down here, I've got all of my high-end lipsticks. Then I've got my matte kind of liquid lipsticks. These are like generally all of my other lipsticks. I've got my MAC ones. I've got like my chubby stick kind of lip products. Then I've got all my lip glosses. And then here I've got my kind of like very different texture. So I've got a couple of matte ones in there, those two are matte ones, and then I've got like the NYX ones which are like a creamy texture, but they're all different to like all the other ones. So I've got this box here which I'm going to actually use the lid, and the lid is going to be for products that I'm going to throw away if they are just like really gross, because I've had quite a lot of these for a long time. And then this one are going to be the ones that I am keeping. Then I have this big Elemis bag that is going to be for perhaps friends and family if there's anything that I can give to anyone, because I don't want to bin them for the sake of it. So they're just going to be scattered around. So the first thing I think I'm going to start off with is going to be the biggest section, which is my general lipsticks here. So all of these lipsticks are just like really random ones. I have a lot of different collections in here. I'm going to be brutally honest. Oh, don't know why that's in there. Shouldn't be. So I'm going to start off with the really random ones that I don't have like too many of. First one I'm going to go for is this one, which is the Colour Experts. This is just like a really inexpensive lipstick. It is bright orange. Like, I haven't used it in the slightest. I've just like chipped the top of it. So I think that this one I'm going to give away to someone that will want it because I clearly haven't used it. So that's going in the bag. Next one from the same brand is this. This is just a slightly like peachy colour. Again, I've not touched it, so I'm going to pop that in the bag to give someone else. Next one from the same brand is this darker red. I think my mum would actually really like this because she loves darker colours and she really suits them. So I'm going to give that one to my mother. Again, in the bag. Oh, in the bag. Next one is this Barry M1, which has definitely seen better days, although it's a really nice colour. I remember buying this and it broke straight away. It's in the shade 167. I don't think it's got a name, but yeah, that's got to be binned. Another Barry M1 I've spotted is this one in the shade 52. Oh, this is a bit of a bright shade. I can't even remember having this one. I have barely used this one, as you can see, but to be honest, I've had this for a very long time, so I think I'm gonna have to bin that one as well. Next is Makeup Revolution. This is again a really nice colour. I haven't used much of it, so I think again I'm gonna give this one to my mum, and I've not had that for too long, so my mum is doing quite well so far. This one is, I think, Collection. Is it a Collection one? Yeah, Collection, and I bought this one last year for autumn. I love this colour, so I'm definitely keeping these colours with autumn and winter coming up. This one here is definitely my mum's kind of colour, so I'm definitely going to give this to her. I don't know the brand of this one. I'm not entirely sure what brand this is, but I'm going to give it to my mum because that is my mum's kind of colour. So There's another one for her. Next is another collection one I found. I'm actually going to keep this one, as gross as it looks. It was like my favourite shade. It's in the shade number 6, which is Bubblegum. I have to keep it just because I loved this shade, and I want to get back into wearing brighter colours. So I'm going to keep it for now. It might be binned in a couple of months. Next up is a Rimmel lipstick. Again, I've had this for ages. You can just see how like gross it's got now. So I have to bin that one, but that's in the shade 130 Oxford Street Fuchsia. I actually think I bought this when I was on Oxford Street, but that's got to be binned. Another one from Rimmel, which has actually got paint on it when I spilled paint in my old bathroom where I used to have all my lipstick stored. But this is another one, again a really dark one, which I'm gonna have to keep because these colours are coming up in the next few weeks. This one is in the shade Dark Night Wartle. Oops. So yeah, I'm going to have to keep that one. Next up is this one from Art Deco. I haven't used this one yet. It's quite a nice colour, but I think I'm going to have to give it to my mum because I don't really think that colour will suit me. So I'm going to give that either to my mum or away to anyone who wants that. This is the other Art Deco one that I bought, which is similar, but it is a very different colour. It has a different undertone to it. So again, I don't think it's going to suit me. I bought them because they were really cheap at the time, but I'm going to pop that in my little goodie bag for someone. I kind of want to just like quickly go through the rest because otherwise we are literally going to be here for ages. So next one here, this is a Primark one. Again, I'm going to keep this because of the season coming up. This one smells really nice. It smells like really perfumey but lovely. That's in the shade, what are you called? Oh, Prince Charming. That's what that one is in, and I actually really liked the packaging as well. It was like £1 or £1.50. Yeah, really like that. So that's that one. Then onto this one, which I bought on Amazon ages ago. It's by the brand Laval. I presume that's how you pronounce it. This is a super bright pink. This is when like bright pinks were really in a few years ago. I don't use it anymore. I've had it for way too long. I'm gonna have to bin that one. Next on to this one from Topshop. This one is in the shade Tease. Again, a bright pink one. I've had it for absolutely ages. Love the colour, but I'm going to have to bin it just because it is just now like really gross. Then I have a Rituals one, which is a definite autumnal colour. It's absolutely stunning, this one, so I'm going to have to keep that one, and it is in the shade Marrakesh. I remember buying this one in the sale and I love it, so yeah, definitely have to keep that one for autumn. I have another Rituals one here, which is in the shade Flamingo Kiss. This is a really nice kind of like salmony pink colour. It's not too bright in the slightest. I just don't think that I'm going to wear it, so I'm going to pop that in there and perhaps give that one to my mum. Next I have these two, which are Christian Brenton Paris. I remember buying these two. One is in the shade Latte. Start off with this one. This again is like my mum's perfect colour, so I'm gonna offer it to her. I've hardly used it. I am going to sterilise all of these, by the way, like before giving them to people. And this one is in the shade Gold Pink. I don't really know why I bought this one. I think I got them in TK Maxx and they're really cheap. I'm gonna have to again give this away because it's just like really not my colour. I don't know why I bought it. Next up I have these three, which are all Calvin Klein, which I think I'm gonna have to keep some of them because I really like them. This one is in the shade Henna, which is one of my favourite shades, and I can't bin it because I think I'll forget about it if I bin it, and I really want to repurchase it, so I'm going to keep that one just for the sake of repurchasing it. Heat Wave is this one, which again just really is not my colour anymore. I think perhaps I really liked these like back in the day, but now I really don't like them, so again that's going in the goodie bag to give to someone. This one is called Ethereal, which I really liked. You can see how much I have used it. I'm going to keep this one because I really like the colour of that. Next up is this one, which is an Avon one. I remember buying this and I loved it. So it's got like the gel, if you can see, like around the outside, and then on the inside got the colour, so it makes it like a really glossy red. I have not used this in ages, so I'm going to have to bin that because it's really old. Next up is this one, which is a Kiko one, which I really liked at the time, but it's like the salmony pink colour, which just really isn't me anymore, so I'm going to give that away to someone. Then I have this Clinique one, which is in the shade Heather Moon Soft Shine. This again is like, this is like my mom's typical colour. It looks really nice on her, so I'm gonna have to give that one to her if she wants to use that. Then I have this Rimmel one. This is a Kate one. Again, this isn't really my like colour anymore, and I'm trying to be like super brutal, so I'm gonna have to bin that one. I've actually given away more than I've binned at the minute, so I'm really happy about that. Another Kate one, which I am going to keep, because again, look, I just haven't used this. I bought this last year, haven't touched it, but I'm sure that like a red will definitely come in handy at some point, and that's in the shade Red Nose Red, #1 for Red Nose Day. So yeah, I'm going to keep that one. Have another Rimmel one here. This one I love. This is in the shade 128 Starry Eyed. Again, I'm definitely going to keep it because of this time of the year, and I really like it in general, so that's that one. That's keeping that. I'm sorry if I'm going through them like a bit too quick, but I don't want to make this video go on forever. This was my absolute favourite one, and I've never found it again. It's in the shade 077 Asia. I've got a little stump of it left now. Can't bin it because I love it. It's a very light plummy shade. If you aren't really like daring out there with lipsticks, but you want something for autumn, that is a good one to go for. That is by Rimmel. I need to pick up the pace with these because I'm taking way too long in talking about all of them, so I'm just going to try and do them in like stages now. So I have these 3 Estee Lauder ones, and you can see the colours on them. These are just like not me at all. I probably got gifted them, which I am obviously grateful for, but you can see by the colours like they're just not my kind of colour anymore, and I've never used any of them, so I'm going to give these away. Oh, they've got really fancy packaging, so yeah, they're going in the goodie bag. Next I have this one, which is a L'Oreal one. This is in the shade 640. This is a really nice colour, which I'm going to definitely keep. I really like this formula, so that one is going in my little keep pile. This one, which I actually rediscovered the other day, this is a Clinique one. It's all like broken, the packaging, but the shade is like really nice. You can see like how much I love it because of how awkwardly I've used it. But I really like this one. I think I got this like free in a magazine. It's called Nude Pop. I definitely think that I got it free in the magazine, but I can't bin it. I refound it the other day and I love it, so that's that. Avon one, this one I'm going to have to bin just because I've had it for ages, but it's a really nice dark purple. It is in the shade Princely Plum. Absolutely love it for autumn, winter. It's a lovely shade, but I've just had it for way too long now, so I'm going to have to bin that. I have 2 actually of the Kate Red Nose Day lipsticks, so I'm going to give one of those away. Again, I've not used it yet, so I'm going to give that one away and keep the other one for myself. Then I've got this one, which I really like. This is a NYX one. NYX is like my favourite brand at the moment. This is a matte lipstick in the shade Whipped Caviar. I really like this one. This is kind of like your perfect like everyday nude. So I'm definitely going to keep this one for sure. Then I have this one, which is one that I've had for absolutely years, so I have to bin it. But this is a very bright orange shade by L'Oreal. It's their Intense collection. It's in the shade 373. I've had it for way too long. Loved the colour at the time, but yeah, I've got to part ways with that one. Now I'm kind of down to like the specific ones, so I'm going to start off with Avon and quickly go through them because I know there's not many of those that I want to bin. So these are the Perfectly Matte lipsticks. I have quite a few. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's all of them. Oh no, 8. I have 8 of them. I love all of these. These are like the best thing ever. Like if you are after a matte lipstick, like these ones are the best. Like I have all different colours. I'll try and turn them upside down so you can see, but I've got like too many to hold. These are all of the shades that I have. My favourite one is this one here, which is Peony Pink. It's like a really lilac-y colour. I really like all of these. I'm not going to bin any of them because they're all like lovely colours. Even like the bright orange one, I love them. Sticking with Avon, I've got 4, 5. Oh, I found another L'Oreal one. I've only got 5 of those. These are just like the more like glossier lipsticks. That's not an Avon one. I've got 4. These are the shades that I have them in. I'm gonna actually just get rid of the darkest one just because I really don't use this one at all, but I really like these ones. So this one is going in my little goodie bag, and these ones I'm going to keep. This one, which I didn't realise that I had, but I think I'm going to have to bin, is a L'Oreal one again in the shade 461 Creme de Rouge. Oh, this is actually a really nice one. It's a bit too red for me actually, but I think my friend Harriet would really like it, so I'm going to actually pop that in the goodie bag. I've got lipstick like all over me now. This one, which I'm definitely going to have to bin, this I got in, I think I got it in like TK Maxx for like £1, but it is a Project Runaway one, which is L'Oreal, in the shade 486. As you can see, it is a bright purple, which I'm just never going to use. I feel like I'm down to the home run now. Next one is this one, which is a Revlon one. This is like my go-to autumnal lip. I love it. It's in the shade 477 Black Cherry, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Then all of these ones here are Estee Lauder ones. I'll just pick up like the blue ones first. This one is a bright orange one, as you can tell by the lid. I haven't used this one. I really like the shade of this compared to the other orange ones that I have. It's just a bit softer, so I'm going to keep that. I think I'm actually going to keep the majority of these, but I've definitely got one. I've definitely got one that I've got twice, but I can't remember what it is called. These are all just like really basic nudes. If you want to see another video actually about the ones that I've kept, like my current lipstick like collection video, then let me know and I'll go through all the colours, but I just don't want to make this video too long. But these are all really like pinky nudes. I have two here that are exactly the same, so whichever one is a bit better I'm gonna pop in the goodie bag. I'm gonna pop this one in, leave that one for me, and I'm going to pop this one in the little goodie bag I've got going on. Next one I have is this one. I haven't used it a lot, but I really like it. It's in the shade Blushing Cream. It is a long lasting lipstick. I really like the shade of this, so I'm definitely going to have to keep that one. Then I have 4 Elizabeth Arden ones, which are quite out there, a couple of them. This one I'm going to pop in the goodie bag because I just don't use it. That's in the shade Ultra Violet. That's going in there. Then I have this one, which is in the shade Breathless, which I really do quite like. It's kind of like a dark salmony pink colour, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. And then I have this one, which is a bright red. Again, I'm realistically never going to wear it, and I'm trying to be ruthless. That is in the shade Red Door Red, so I'm going to have to pop that one in the goodie bag too. And then I have this one, which is Desert Rose, which is a really nice kind of almost like a golden nude, so I'm going to keep hold of that one. Then the ones I have left are all Kiko, which I really like as a brand, so I'm going to keep all of these. Some are a little bit out there, but like I said, if you want to see like every single colour that I've got now in my collection, do let me know, and I will go through all the colours, but this is just like getting rid of the ones that I really want to get rid of. Next section, which I'm going to move over, is my high-end lipsticks. This is going to go really quick because I don't have many that I want to get rid of. I don't really think I have any, although I'm missing a couple of my Charlotte Tilbury ones. I'm not too sure where they have gone, but yeah, these Charlotte Tilbury ones are stunning. I'm not going to get rid of any of those. I've got Hepburn Honey, Bond Girl, which is absolutely beautiful, and I've got Bitch Perfect, and I also have got Kim K, but I'm not too sure where that's gone. So yeah, keeping those for sure. This is a Laura Mercier one, which is like my favourite like nude more or less of all time. Definitely have to keep that one. That's in the shade Spiced Rose, and I bought that around this time of the year. I'm not too sure what I want to do with this one. This is a Dior one, but I really like the colour of it. It's very different, and I love it with a darker lip liner on it. I think when I have a dark lip line with this on top, it just looks really nice, and you can kind of make it the colour that you want it to be. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep hold of that one. Then I have a YSL one, which I think is like more or less down to the stub, yeah, but I can still scrape the last few bits of that out. This is a lovely shade. It's in the shade 10. That's a lovely, lovely nude, and I love the packaging on it, like it's beautiful. Next, I have my two Tom Fords, which are the same colour because I love them. They're in the shade Spanish Pink. I have an older one, which I need to scoop the last like few little bits out of. You can see like I've already tried to poke it. The only thing is the packaging's all coming off, which I'm a bit gutted about, but this is the new one which I got for, I think I got it for my birthday, not for Christmas. Yeah, I got it for my birthday. I've started it, but I need to finish the other one first, so yep, definitely keeping both of them, not letting them go. Next is a YSL one. This is a lovely one. I've had this for years. I've basically like almost hit pan with it. I really, really like it. I mean, the packaging is absolutely stunning, and I kind of like have forgotten about this one. I thought it was like a much brighter colour than it actually is, but it is really, really nice, so definitely keeping that. I've also got two Estee Lauder ones which I really, really like. I got them both at Bicester Village. This one's a really nice nude. It's in the shade, what are you in? Mischievous Rose. Couldn't read it then, but that's a really, really nice nude, and so is this one, which is in the shade Insatiable Ivory. They're very, very similar, but they have got like a different undertone to them, so that's that one. Then I have a single NARS one, which I think I got for Christmas. This is a very, very bright one, and it is in the shade Grace. I saw this colour and I really, really liked it, and then I saw the name and I was like, I have to have it. So yeah, that's that one. Really, really bright, but really good for like special occasions and stuff. Then I have two Chanel lipsticks. I actually have another Chanel lipstick somewhere. Where's that one? That must be in a handbag somewhere. I have one of the ones that you push down and it pops up. But these two I've had for ages. This one I really don't wear anymore. So although it's Chanel and I love it, I really don't know whether to part ways with it. I'll see if my mum wants it. If she doesn't, then I'm going to keep it just because it's Chanel. You know what I mean? This is the first Chanel lipstick that I ever bought. I think this is actually like the first high-end lipstick I ever bought. And that is in the shade Candure. It's just a really, really nice nude. I just need to scrape out the last few bits of it, but that's lovely. Then the last kind of high-end lipstick that I have is a Bobbi Brown one. This is a very, very bright one, but I got it around my birthday. I bought it at Bicester. This one is in the shade Cosmic Peony. So I'm definitely going to have to keep that because I've only recently bought it, so that's that. Right, next I'm going to go on to my MAC ones, and I've actually decided to make this video, because it's going to be a very long one, a two-part video. So I'm going to just finish off with the lipsticks here, which are my MAC ones, and if you want to see the declutter of all the rest of these ones, so I've got like NYX, Makeup Revolution, Kylie, Kat Von D, and then more NYX ones, and then like all of these. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below so I know that you want to see that video. So I'm just going to make this like a two-part thing, and I'm going to just finish off with my MAC ones, so this video isn't like 45 minutes long. And yeah, if you want to see a part 2 with all of these, then do let me know. But we're going to finish off with my MAC ones and see what I can get rid of, and see if I can actually get any back to MAC. These are my MAC lipsticks. I have a couple that are dupes, so I'm just going to go through them, see if I can get any back to MAC. So I need 6 to get a new MAC lipstick. I'm pretty certain that it's 6, so let's just quickly go through them. So this is the first one I ever bought. This is in the shade Syrup. This is actually quite a nice one, but I just kind of don't really use it that much anymore. I mean, it's a really, really nice shade. It is a Lustre finish. I am going to keep it because I do really, really like the shade, so that's that one. Next up is Rebel, which is one that I really, really don't like, so I'm going to give this away. I mean, it's quite nice around this time of the year. I know I've got a lot of other ones that I've said I'm going to keep just because of this time of the year coming up, but I really don't like how it applies. I'm going to pop that in the goodie bag because yeah, I really don't like it. Then I have 2 of the Viva Glam 5s. These are both a Lustra finish. I'm going to keep these because I do really like them, and I'm definitely going to use them up in time. So yeah, I'm going to keep those. Then I have two Angels. One I have used a lot of, which you can see. So I'm going to put this one to one side for Back to Mac. I'll just leave that one there. I'm going to keep that one because I really like it. It's like the perfect nude shade. Next up I have this one, which is Honey Love. Again, love this one. This is like a matte finish. I really like the colour on this. It's very different. You can see like how messy they just get, but I really like this one. Definitely have to keep that one. Next I've got Cream Sheen Cupcake. Again, look, it's all like completely gone. I'm gonna just dig these out and like depot them, or decant them, however you want to say it. But yes, that's two towards Back to Mac. Next up is this one, which is Retro Matte Ruby Woo. I despise this lipstick so much. I'm going to just cut it off and get my Back to Mac. I might actually do that with the other one, to be honest, because then I can get a lipstick that I actually want. But yeah, this one is just awful. I don't know how people like it. Like, I really don't, because it just looks horrendous. It looks horrendous. Then next one I have is Faux, which is a satin finish. Again, you can see like pretty much of my MAC lipsticks are quite nude that I like. Really nude, really simple. It's very similar actually to the colour of my nails. Really like that one. Then I've got Cosmo Amplified, which is a really nice one. I'm definitely going to keep this one. Really nice nude, so I'm keeping that one. Next I have Please Me, which again I'm going to decant this one and then take that Back to Mac. Next one, Velvet Teddy. Searched high and low for this, probably like many people. Really like it. I think it looks very different on a lot of people, but I really like that one, so I have to keep that. I searched everywhere for it. Then I have got Lickable, which I think I'm actually going to chop off as well because I just don't use it, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Then I've got this one, which is called Impassioned. Again, like, I'm going to just chop this one off and get my Back to Mac because I don't use it. I really don't like it. And then the last one, which I really like, is a completely different one, and this is a Sheen Supreme, and it is in a really nice nude shade. If I can get it out, it just tends to go like a little bit like gloopy at the end, which I don't obviously like, but I really like the colour, so I just apply it with a lip brush. But that one is in the shade Bare again, so that's that one. And that is it for this part one of the video. If you want to see part two, then please make sure to give this video a really big thumbs up, so I know that you like this kind of thing. And I also want to do like so many more with all of my makeup in my makeup storage, because I just have way too much for me at the minute and I just really don't need it. So yeah, if you like this kind of decluttering video, please do let me know and comment down below for me to do a part two where I will go through all of my liquid lipsticks and lip glosses that are left. These are all the ones that I have put in the goodie bag so far. These are the ones I'm binning. These are my Back to Mac, and then these ones here are the ones that I am going to keep for myself. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next week for another video.